Hello, my friends. Hi. Welcome to Danu's Celtic World. I'm Kate. Today is Saturday, March 28th. Beautiful, gorgeous outside today. 74 here in the Houston, Texas area. We woke up this morning, that was a little chilly. Tomorrow it'll be back up in the 80s. Usually when spring breaks over, we get into the 80s and 90s, and then for the rest of the summer, it's 115 degrees, right? Those of us who live here, we know that. Um, so we have a great Saturday. It was beautiful. And today we're talking about discipline and focus and reflection. Um, you know, the day is to come for honest communication with our relatives, our partners, our friends, our family, our siblings, our children, things of that sort. So yeah, it's been one of those days that we're coming into now that we're fully getting into the astrological Aries New Year. And of course, on April the 4th, that's Aries Day. So we'll talk about that when we get there at the end of the week because I have a reading for April the 3rd, and we'll go all into that on um, Friday. Today's we're going to be doing the astrology and a tarot brief reading for everyone, for the collective. Um, we now have a waxing gibbous moon, which we know that it's the first quarter. We all know that. And it's the waxing gibbous moon in Leo with planetary influences, you know, encourages us to have discipline, creative energy, reflection, a lot of personal responsibilities. You know, this is a big deal because it's going from Cancer into Leo. So we're going from water signs, sticking on my necklace. We're going from water sign to a fire sign, which is passion, outgoing, Leo's all about the heart and pride and fun and self reflection and creativity and communication and everything from the heart, which we love. Okay, we love that. And this casts a generous glow, initiating attention to what's becoming whole, and encouraging us to, take small completions and learning to be honest with our recognition and our, responsibilities and being honest with our communication, being reflective on how to make changes because there's going to be a lot of changes this year. And this, we haven't seen anything yet. We've got, you know, 7 planets going direct, and things are going really quick, really fast. And this is all starting around the full moon that's coming up here in Libra, our air sign. And between that and the new moon in Aries, in a week and a half or so later, around the 17th, 18th of April, it's just going to be going fast, really fast. So I want everybody to pay attention again on discipline, focus, um, communication with friends, family, relatives, our partners, our loved ones, our children, and be thorough, be detailed oriented. Um, we also have Pluto and Sirius. square, heightening our tendencies toward preciseness, being cutting straight through the butter, no zigzags, no nothing, being precise, um, and also to worry about, you know, how we take care of our attachments. Attachments can potentially cause, tension in relationships. So with this new astrological year in Aries, what these seven planets are pushing us to do is to go forward in momentum with greatness and and great communication and discipline and reflection and compassion. And now that it's going from Cancer to Leo with energy and have pride and fun and dignity. But in order to have those things, you're going to have to let go of a whole bunch of other things, a whole bunch of other things. And with that said, it's going to be initiating us to pay attention to what is becoming whole, encouraging small completions, honest reckonings or recognitions of what we want to do. I said that yesterday. Make a list, a small list that you go to back to every month or so or every 2 months and do a checkoff list and see where you're at and see where you're going and look at what you've achieved over the course of the year by the time you get close to Samhain or the end of October. And another great surprise today is the 11th lunar day in the astrological new year of Aries. It's a sacred day, helping with intentions and gain and claim and gaining clarity and stability and getting used to this astrological new year going forward. We should all start that, especially since now Mercury is direct, it's post shadow period. We should be learning how to kind of ground ourselves. We don't have so much worry about the third house. Mercury rules the third house, as well as Gemini, communication, intellectual um, conversations and expressions with others, with self, with friends, family, relatives, and our significant others. Um, we have, again, Pluto and Ceres square, heightening tendencies toward, you know, tension in relationships because we've been in retrograde for quite some time, and we had the retrograde. We had spring equinox, Terra. We had on the 3rd, we had the blood full moon and the equinox. And that is a lot from February 17th, because we had the solar equinox. And then we're coming into March 3rd, we had the lunar equinox, the blood full moon. Then we're going into the spring equinox. And then the 20th, we went into the new astrological year in Aries. And now we're coming to, today's the 11th lunar day. And we're coming into that Pluto square series, excuse me. And we need to potentially not cause tension with our relationships and communications and projects and be more collaborative thinking while where we're communicating and be honest with communications again and maintain harmony in your life and balance and rebalancing our lives and how we balance our work, professionalism, family, health, wealth, well-being, and our children. And it's a little bit easier if you're singleton, or if you're just dating and I haven't found a partner yet, significant other. But if you're married or you're paired up, and you have children and dogs and houses and responsibilities and careers, it could be a lot to handle. but we can get her done. Mhm. Um, and we need to, with those projects and those careful conversations and making sure we don't have tension or any conflicts. We need to maintain harmony in our lives with balance and peace and endure having a peaceful mind, maintaining a grounding, maintaining aligning our chakras, meditating, taking time to even sit outside for 10 minutes without doing anything, relaxing. Even if it's just laying down when you get home from work, I always tell my adult kids, I need 30 minutes. When I walk in the door, that's my rule. I need 30 minutes. I come in, everything comes off. You know, I go in, I close the door. I just need 30, I need that 30 minutes of absolute silence. And sometimes I will sit there and take the 10 minutes, take a belly breath, and exhale it all out. And that's what we're looking at right now from today for the rest of the week. And I have all of my live readings scheduled, which I will put down in the description area, or I will mention that to you prior to logging off and ending this YouTube channel posting about when the next one will be, which will, I believe the next one will be March 30th, and then April 1st, which we will have that full moon in Libra, air sign, and then also on Friday, which for some of you, I don't expect everybody to be there. Some of you will be observing Good Friday. I have friends that do and family that do. Um, and then what we have is once we get that peace of mind, and we'll talk about this again this week, we're going to this week also have Saturn sextile Pluto. It's going to be a period of sincere, and at the same time, it needs to be an intentional self discipline, recharging, self discipline, research, long term planning for goals. I mentioned that also yesterday. That was giving a heads up for ongoing for the week. A favorable time this week for focus, for goals, and improving our our routines, our schedules, and how we stick to those routine schedules and self-discipline ourselves going forward. Aries is all about self-discipline. Saturn is going to be coming into the mixture as well. Um, this coming week with the Neptune again, and it's going to want us to be on our best behavior. We'll talk about that on the 30th. Saturn is like rigid, Capricornian, and Sagittarius type of the police officer of the planetary authority, wanting the zodiac to maintain doing the right things with our careers, our personal lives, and staying in line and doing just completing, doing self-discipline, doing the right things, living the right way, having peace and harmony, being responsible, having honest and responsible conversations. So that's going to come back around, but very briefly, very, very briefly, just a couple of days, Monday through Wednesday-ish. So let's be cognizant of that from this evening going forward. Mars and the Pallas is alignment of creative energy, assertiveness, pursuit of personal, passionate ambitions. I like passionate. and defend important causes in your life. And that's also a focus that's going to be going on for the month of April. Besides, you know, taking care of health, having clarity, self discipline, stability, honest communication, discipline, focus, setting, planning for our goals, planning for our health, taking care, self care, um, long term planning, being creative, improving routines, improving discipline, improving health. You will see that. It's going to come around and just over and over again, because this is a time, especially if you have, and I'll go over that on Monday, because we'll go over, there are 7 signs for the month of April that are going direct. And Mercury is direct. And we have the full moon in Libra, air sign. And we'll talk about that on Monday. And we will talk about that on April 1st, the full day of the full moon as well. That will get in greater depth of that. And we are going to have all of these houses. As a matter of fact, I have written down, if I can get to that and grab it, I will. I wrote it down this morning. And there will be a lot of structure needed, because if you have any of these, and which most of us do, because we all have 12 houses, and we also have, Vedic astrology and tropical astrology in our astrology chart as part of our astrology chart. So we have all of the planets and all of the signs somewhere in our astrology chart, everywhere in our astrology chart, you know. Wherever that may fall between 0 degrees and some even going up to 29 degrees. Usually, when it hits the 29 degrees, and it's the end. It's the end of the cycle, and then it goes around. Okay, and I wanted to talk about as well the 12 planets, which we talked about yesterday. I just wanted to remind everybody to, you know, to, for Aries, just keep social with career and progress and enjoy being playful and having energy. Taurus, it's favorable for you to have steady effort and work and relationships. Gemini, making sure that you're keeping energetic, fast paced, keeping the energy going. There's opportunities coming up, social, professional, and, you know, lots of things going on with you. Gemini, you have a lot of stable connections coming up that are going to strengthen your financial harmony going forward. Cancer, you've got a lot of heightened intuition, focus on an emotional balance and well-being and health and mind and meditation, and your third eye chakra, balancing your chakras. Practice your belly breathing and exhaling. Practice clearing your mind for at least 10 to 15 minutes, bare minimum, on a daily basis. Do it when everybody's still sleeping. It's so quiet. Can you hear that? No, I can't hear anything. That's what I'm talking about. Leo, emotional awareness, strong, passionate days. You'll have lots of leadership and lots of things going on, and problem solving and confidence and control with self and your business, which brings success. And that's great. Virgo, rewards, organization. Pay attention to organization and details. That's what you do. That's what you're best at. And you like when others plan as well, and keep tabs on organization and planning as well, and keeping good habits and health and wellness, awareness for yourself. Take care of your health. That's emphasized for you. Libra, balance, honesty. You are, again, like I said yesterday, you are the Justice card in the zodiac. You are balanced. You radiate balance, and you want honesty in relationships. That's the key to extending yourself and focus for fair communication, fair business transactions, for you to keep going and keep your business, your personal, your relationships, friendships, and anything that would have to do with acquaintances, so on, intact because you like doing honest business. It feels good to you. It makes you feel pleasurable. It makes you want to go back to that client again and make sure that you continue doing business with that client or your personal relationships or a friend or an acquaintance because there's a steady flow of honesty there and that makes you feel like you're at home because that's what you prefer. Scorpio, deeper insights, focus with matters, avoid power struggles, trust in patience, and guide yourself for success. And take a step back and look at the world around you. Focus on your environment, focus on private matters, take deeper insight to what's going on in your personal world as well as your outer world, intrinsically and extrinsically, and trust and have patience that will guide you to success. You're great at that. That is a skill that you have. You are very good at looking through people and seeing them for exactly who they are, even if they lie to you. Sagittarius, you're looking for experience, looking to embrace new experiences and going forward. And sitting, yeah, not you're not sitting down anymore and work. You're obviously you work really hard, but you're going to delegate tasks so that you can get a little bit of stress off of you, and which will give you opportunities to have more social interactions and warmth and feel good, having new experiences, meeting new people, and enjoying life this summer and starting this week. And I think that would be wonderful for you to let your hair down and set yourself free. Be a little hippie. Capricorn, put some effort and patience that lead to progress for work endeavors and your life focus and goals and your long term being within the next few years, not on Capricorn to where these long-term goals are for long-term goals, let's say 5 years, 10 years, and because of the way, and this Capricorn, you're very intuitive as well, and you keep up with your career. You're very strict with yourself. You do things honestly. You like, ambition, responsibility, your status in life, your reputation, and your achievements. That's all Capricorn, and you're all about discipline. So if you keep up with the social um, communications in the world, the news, what's going on with the economy, the way where people are moving, and how the market's going, and how real estate costs are going up and down, inflation, gas, oil, things of that sort. You are going to be keeping track of that, planning goals for that 5 years, 10 years, and learning how to gain professional growth, not just for your own portfolio, but for future endeavors within your future to come going forward past 10 years. And you will really enjoy that because it will, what you put into or what you reap, what you sow, what you research will come back and help you be more successful in the future. And I believe that will be successful for you for your personal growth. Pisces, keep your intuition, emotional awareness, and guiding you and your decisions and focus on family, friends, relatives, taking care of health, self care, do your belly breathing, meditations. Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio really need to take that time out. Like I said earlier, when I say I come home from work and then sometimes I have to take a half an hour and just peace and quiet. Namaste. I have to have peace and quiet. And then I come out and I've done some breathing. I've closed my eyes. I've relaxed for a little while. Pisces, you need that self-care, that creative self, that focusing on your projects and having that quiet time for you to be able to move forward and what connects you to others, having empathy, making connections, healing, having deep understandings of self, your health, your well being, and care for say, yourself and others, the people you love, your children, and animals around you. So that's what I have in the astrology for today. What I would really like to talk about is our tarot for today. So I'm going to start off with yesterday. I used my box here. I used the Illuminati deck, but today I'm going to use a different deck. And my cloth. I'm going to use the which is tarot deck. And then I'll clarify a little bit. Um, we read yesterday. I'll bring this down so you can see. We read yesterday and we had a really good reading. And I thought for those of you that could identify with my hands are slipping out of here. I put lotion on before I came out here, so but if you can identify the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. We had the Ace of Swords, which was great. Great, because swords is all about our mind, sense of self, success, new beginnings. And that is lovely. Okay. With you, when I put the board down and you actually get to look at the cards, that you take notes, that maybe you think about who might be those characters in your story. I did a little bit of that and can make those connections with your friends and family, your business associates, and so on. That's good. Okay. So, our first card for today is going to be great. Oh boy, this is wonderful. And this came up for another reading for somebody I read today, which is so wonderful. It is, sorry, there we go. It is the Six of Wands, which is such a lovely card. The Six of Wands. This is all about a victory, achievement, going through something, and achievement and balance. And go with that victory and achievement and balance, moving forward in a victory, like this Six of Wands, this knight. He's won the battle. He's made the achievement. Some of you may have made some recent achievements, some recent accomplishments. You're moving on. Think about what you've been doing for the past couple of months and how you've had to climb a hill, maybe. But now you've climbed the hill. You've made achievements. You've made recognitions. You've made new partners. You've made and accomplished new projects, new partners, new wealth, new abundance. Okay, because Wands is all about career ambition, life's purpose, and awareness and success. And this is a victory, a climbing over the hill, success card, achievement card, moving forward in that success and achievement. And I believe many of you whom I just read for after doing the astrology for the day may have been working really hard to achieve this. This is a collective reading. However, I believe with the energy that I'm getting from the cards and from the reading and the research that I've been doing all day, a lot of people in the past few months between the middle of November up until the end of this month, a lot of individuals have been going through it, working hard, working hard, balancing money, balancing wealth, working hard, keeping a roof over your head, taking care of our families, moving forward, achievements, setting those goals and accomplishing those goals, accomplishing achievements, accomplishing victories in your personal family life, in your career, business life, job, with partners, with friends, and for those that are partnered up in marriage, through communication, through purpose and creativity and ambition. This is a lovely card. Wonderful. Okay, our next card. Oh, however, this is the Five of Wands. We've got some fire today, some fiery fire. The Five of Wands is all about having some disagreements, some petty squabbles, not necessarily fighting. It could be, oh, you may have had some disagreements here in the past couple of weeks with family members or coworkers, but nothing too serious. I would just, if you've had this and you've had this in the past couple of days, or you may have this in the next couple of days, because my readings usually go, if I'm doing a reading every day, I want to say it may go 3 days to a week behind, to 3 days ahead to the week ahead. So if you haven't had this victory yet or achievement yet, it may come. And then coming next, the Five of Wands is petty squabbles, petty, oh my God, you didn't return my file. I needed that file. I needed to work on that client this morning. I needed to make a couple of phone calls. I'm sorry, Bill. I'll get back to. I'm just doing a scenario for you. This isn't real. I'm sorry, Bill. I'll get it to you right away. And then they forget it again, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's past lunchtime. Can I help you with this file?" And then, of course, we start to have a little bit of, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I needed this yesterday. Those kind of petty conversations, but it's petty squabbles. Maybe the past couple of days, maybe some of you have been on edge. Maybe some of you, have a lot of pressure at work or a lot of pressure at home. There might be a couple of nonsensical things you may say to each other, petty differences, but I wouldn't take it seriously. I'd let it go, love and let it go, and keep loving, keep caring. That that too shall eventually melt away, and then comes life and support that you both need for each other. Petty squabbles, don't get too upset over it. Don't take it seriously. Be nice to one another. Show each other kindness. Next card. Yeah, look at this. I was talking about this earlier. I'm sorry. Earlier, we have, and I just mentioned this, I will be doing on March 30th at 7:30, and on April 1st at 7:30, the full moon in Libra, the Justice card. The Justice card. And I like this because although her fingers, her hand configuration isn't like this, like, you know, like the Hierophant, as above, so below, right? But does have her arms that way, okay? Below, as above, so below. And as above, she has her justice. She stands with justice. And below, as a below, she stands with balance. She stands with justice. This justice card has a lot to do with, oh, no, this justice card has a lot to do with going through motion of maybe going through a situation, and this is what's going on here recently, going through a situation where right now we're not all in the same mode of what's going on in the world. Some of us are having debates about things with laws, the government, things of that sort. But in each of our backgrounds, we do believe that there should be justice for everyone, as everyone is a human living, and we should all treat each other with mutual respect, mutual understanding, mutual kindness, and treat each other with care and well being. And remember that life is precious, and we all need to have respect for one another with justice in mind, safety in mind, and what we do unto others is not is has to be done with tender care because we expect to be treated in the same way. Justice. And I love here how, and the justice card is very intuitive. She has in her background amethyst, the color purple, which signifies intuitive abilities along with the flowers. She stands on her bench. She holds up her justice stick, and she also has, sorry, her balance, her pan balance over here, and there have equity. And that's what I was just talking about when I was describing this to you, that she has equity. And equity nowadays, with us having so many different backgrounds and cultures and beliefs in the world, equity is hard to find. But again, like I said earlier, let's be kind to one another. Let's treat each other with equity, with respect. And let's remember we are still all human living with hearts and minds and feelings and families, whether they're alive or not alive, whether they live in other places. We still need to realize that we all came into this world from someone, from two people, and whether they're still around or not, we still have to realize that we still have emotions, we have intellect, and we have physicality, and we just need to be respondent to that and take care of ourselves, take care of others, and before, like, engage brain before mouth. Before we do something dumb, make sure we think about how the consequences will come around. And with that coming around today, I think that is a lot because we've got a victory, achievements going forward. Sorry, going forward, but there we may run into a few arguments along the way. With achievements and accomplishments and moving things around, of course, there might be some comments or some discussions along the way because sometimes when we're even working together or we even live with one another or we have friends, pals, lovers, mates, we're married or we're dating, we all have our differences of opinion. We're entitled to that. But with this card, moving forward, a victory, accomplishments, we're going into the accomplishments. Yeah, there might be some people that may have things to say, but in the end, we have justice. We have justice, mutual assent, mutual understanding, caring, taking care of one another, equity, respecting one another with equity, respect to self, respect to others, engage brain before mouth, make sure before we do and we act, we think of consequences and how sometimes when we hurt others, we have hurt ourselves. Okay. I'm going to clarify this a little bit and see what we come up for. I want to, I want to, I'm great with the achievement card. I'm great with the achievement card going forward, victory. I want to clarify that and see what we're talking about with the petty conversation card, the petty squabbling card, and I want to see where there may be some justice coming in. So I'm going to put my tarot deck away over here to the side, and then I'm gonna cover that. I always cover my cards with stones. This clear crystal quartz. It's good for bringing in positive energy, and it's also good for readings, psychic abilities, and intuition, helping with intuition and grounding and cleansing your area. Okay. And this deck, by the way, is it's kind of like a full circle deck, and I like this because it reminds me a lot of the World card. It has Earth, Air, Fire, Water card. It's an elemental deck as well. It's the Witch's elemental deck. The other deck that I used yesterday is also an elemental deck, but that is a Celtic elemental deck. Let's clarify these cards. First, I'm going to turn these around for you so that you can see them while I'm pulling the clarifiers like I did yesterday. There we go. Where's the girls? Okay. Forward with that. The light here is, there we go. I don't know why the light's doing that. Okay, there we go. So, that glare there. And then I've got the Justice card. So the clarifier I want to pull for today is going to be for the petty squabbling card. We have the two wands, the achievement, the victory card. He's going in, and he's going into from a victory, accomplishment, into the crowd. But there's some, as you can see, the knight is here. The knight is here, and there's a little bit of petty squabbling going around, a little bit of disagreement going around. So let's see where that's coming from. Okay. All right. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. We put that there. Put it up for you. the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to something too not tight, not being able to let it go. Hoarding something, maybe not being able to let go of the past, not being able to let go of money, maybe feeling like you have to hold on to your money because it's just falling through your hands. The Four of Pentacles is also not wanting to let go of something else that might be personal to you, that you're holding on to it so tight that you just can't let it go, but it's stopping you from moving forward. But if you did let go of this card, instead of having these petty quabbles or petty conversations, little disagreements here there, if you let this go, if you let the Four of Pentacles go, he's got 2 feet on one, he's got two hands on one, he's not letting that go, he's standing on those pentacles, he's standing on that money, because pentacle stands for earth, the material world, money, wealth, business, money we own from the business we own, money we have from the people we work for, money we have for the things that people work for us for, that make us money and build us wealth. He's holding on to this so tight. If you're holding on to something so tight that's from the past, even though you have a victory, if you're holding on to something from the past so hard that you can't let it go, including money, sometimes you can't start new beginnings with victory and achievement and move forward into justice and peace and happiness and intuition if you're hoarding so much that you can't let it go, that you just won't let it out of your hands. That's where that's coming from. And that could include, again, Pentacles represents the material world, money, wealth, how we make money, how people make money for us, how we make money for other people, how we get our paychecks, how we have our savings, our banking accounts, our 401ks, or, Kios, and, or, other things that we save, for retirement, stock, bonds, all kinds of stuff. Let's pull another clarifier for that really quick. Okay. If you let go of this card, instead of having petty quarrels, I get that this is exactly what I'm getting. Boom! It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Instead of having these petty quarrels with our coworkers, our friends, our family, and having this victory, move forward, and having the deal. Look, here's the knight here with achievement, moving forward, victory. He's standing right here, watching these petty squabbles. People are holding on to shit they don't need to hold on to anymore. Let it go. You can't have new beginnings and move forward to have this justice, to have this wealth that you want to have from this card, the victory card. Can't have wealth if you're holding on to something that you can't let go of. It's too hard for you to let go of. Whether it's the past, where it's old money, old things from something in a shoebox, old memories, old hurts, old pains, old regrets, old things that happened to you. Let it go, because here, if you let these petty squabbles go, you have the Magician card. You have the Magician card. The Magician card is beautiful, as just like the Justice card. Look, what is he doing? Same thing she's doing. As above. Okay. Oh, I got my fingers over there. You can't see. As above, so below. As within, so out. And she has her flowers, and she has her her representation of her flag behind her drapes behind her, intuitive, special gifts, color of amethyst. He here has all of the elements here with him. Earth, air, fire, water, right here with him. You can't miss it. He's got the earth here, the snake. He's got his wand up at the top here. He's got his athame. He's got his cups. And he even has more earth representation here because he's got pentacles here. That little rock right there. He's got pentacles. He's got for earth. He's got pentacles, the snake, fire, cups, and his athame, swords. He has all of the elements of the earth. As above, so below, as within, so out. And her representation here too does as well. Because all of these representations in this card also depict. Okay, so here's my synopsis of this, and this is fantastic. I want everybody to listen, please, because this year is going to go so fast, and I want everybody to be truly successful. The Six of Wands is coming in. This is an achievement card, a victory card, accomplishment card. Moving forward, he's got his wands in the back. He's got his wands and wreath in the front, and his flowers at the top. They all represent achievement, goal of goals, moving forward, accomplishments, victory. He's moving forward, but he's not standing still. He's moving forward. He's showing. He's trotting through, and he's got the elements of fire and air here. And he's going through, and he's going over to the Five of Wands, where he's coming in and he's seeing, the Knight is seeing how even though there's a victory, that people are having petty squabbles over things still. When he gets down to what's going on here, there might be something going on at work for all of you. You're seeing this, you could be the bystander here. You could be seeing people having arguments. It could be yourself. And it's not major. It's just like disagreements, not seeing eye to eye. Where did you put my pen? Where did you put my razor? I need that file in my office. I thought you were going to fax this. I thought you were making copies. Did you send that over? Did you send that package over? Did the courier come get it? Those kinds of things. Honey, did you get my dry cleaning? No, sweetheart. Did you pick up the car? Because I know I needed an oil change today. Did you drop that off this morning? Those kinds of little petty arguments, nothing major. But then what's happening here when this card comes in as a clarifier, it seems to be that we may be arguing, some of us and business individuals, those that are working in business as well, may have this in too. We're holding on to something from the past that's not letting us have new beginnings, that we're still thinking about and hoarding over and not letting go with the Four of Pentacles. And Pentacles has to do with the material world, with money, with wealth, with business, how well-being, how we make money from the people that work for us, how we make money for the people we work for, how we make money for the businesses that we own, for the companies that we run, how we care for ourselves, our well-being, and take care of our business. Well, if we're fighting over everything when we get into this and we're having petty arguments, of course we're going to be hoarding over the things and not wanting to let go because we're too afraid to. And we need to all learn to get along and not hold on to things and continue arguing about them, or continuing holding on to things that have to do with material wealth, or maybe just personal things from the past, personal experiences, personal regrets, things we woulda, coulda, should let go to have better health, better well-being, so that you can move on from this place of having disagreements and holding up onto something that no longer serves you, to going into how we are going to manifest and have as above, so below, and have the support from all of the elements in the earth, such as our fame, fire, our rock, our pentacles, material wealth, material finances, abundance, business, our cups, emotional stability, emotional good relationships, and also fire, our passion, snakes, things that things that make us burn and have passion and give us creativity, ambition, career, cups, emotions, sensitivity, connections, understanding, compassion, love, and nature. In order for us to manifest as above, so below, we have to move on with this victory card and go into this victory and achievement and move forward without having these petty discussions or tiny arguments or heated discussions, and let go of things from the past, including old money or old possessions or assets that no longer serve us, that are no longer needed in order for us to move on to have as above, so below, and have all the elements for us come together so that we can have success, justice, achievement, wealth, health, well-being, abundance. We want to come to this, but in order to and have this achievement and success and moving forward with victories. But we need to get ready with, we need to let go of the petty squabbling, the night that's ready for success and achievement and victory doesn't want to move into here and watch everybody argue over the past, over petty nonsense. Nobody does. No matter what kind of relationship you're in, whether it's personal or professional or otherwise. And we all need to let go of what no longer serves us, what no longer belongs to us, and what no longer is going to bring us future wealth, health, and happiness for foregoing, because we're holding on to these two things and we're not starting new beginnings, and we're holding on to the past and these squabbles and these older discussions about things that no longer really mean anything. We're never going to move into the justice, having all the elements in our grasp. That's awesome. I love it. I believe many of you are all going to be very successful this year, and I'm really happy for all signs, for wands, air, swords, air, wands, fire, water, cups, pentacles, earth. I believe many of all of you signs, whether you're, you know, earth, air, fire, water, you have a lot going for you. But I've been looking at this, and that was the one thing that I almost pulled down on my computer because I was doing research this morning. I take my notes. I do research every day. I pull up my astrology charts and I take my notes and I look at what's coming up. And I've read the elements to you and the zodiac signs for you for the day and for the week forward. We need to let go of the past, what we're holding on to, what no longer serves us, what we no want to argue about, because this night doesn't want this. This night wants as above, so below. He wants to conquer the elements of the earth and the spirit, which will be himself, and victory and accomplishment and moving forward. He's moving forward. He's going forward. He's going. He don't want to be over here. He wants to go straight to this. He wants to go straight to that. And a lot of you are going through that. It's a hard year too. We've got a lot going on, what's going on in the world, and I'm not going to get into politics. I don't do that. But we have a lot going on in the world with ourselves, with the economy, with finances, money, housing. I can go on and on and on. And I went to law school for 2 years, and then I changed my mind, decided I didn't want to be a lawyer anymore, that I wanted to be a teacher. So I decided to get my master's degree in education and my doctorate degree in education. So um, I'm gonna I'm gonna stand neutral. I'm gonna be neutral on this. I'm not gonna get involved in that here, but I know there's a lot going on, and that's why I believe these cards are coming up. Because when I was reading today, if you all of you haven't noticed, when I was reading the zodiac signs today, after I went through the astrology for the day today, which included the you know, which included the waxing gibbous moon. But, this week we're really going into the Saturn sextile Pluto, self discipline, planning, time to focus on our goals, time to improve routines, time to move forward, time to be structured, focused. So that's a general reading for today. Um, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Um, this one here. And I'm going to leave those down for you so you can study them. This not only dispossessions too. I want to say, I know it's hard for everybody to understand that everybody's hoarding on their money because of the way the economy is. I didn't reference that, but I thought I kind of did, and that's a hard thing too. Probably people are discussing that and having squabbles over that too. But it is what it is because it's what we're going through. And I want to say because of the times that we're living in, right? It's because of the times that we're living in that we're having these discussions. And although and I believe that the world in general really, I always want to say this. I feel like I feel like I should be singing a song. We all want peace. We all want to come to agreements. I think the best thing for everybody to do is just to find balance and focus with ourselves and discipline with ourselves and make sure that we are conscious and conscientious all the time, every day, not just for ourselves, our families, our friends, our relatives, and people and the animals that we love more than anything else, including ourselves. And a lot of this will fade away. It's hard to do that, I know. I have children too. So the card we got today is oh, it's so funny because look, we have this, and what did I say we need to do? Okay, this, by the way, is threads of the karmic past. Threads of the karmic past, and I don't always use this deck, but for the past week I've been using it. Um, I love it, but it's pertaining. It actually, my guys are so here with me. Mwah. It says, and I'm going to read this to you. I guess huge. It's got like 100 cards in this one deck. Um, it's saying, it's a beautiful. It says, released, release the past wounds. Oops, sorry. Come on. Okay. Release the past wounds. Old wounds hold your energy hostage. What did I just say about that petty swallow card? The Five of Wands and the Four of Pentacles of the material world, money, wealth. Don't hoard it. Let go of things that no longer serve you. What is this oracle card saying? And I picked it right in front of you, everybody. Release past wounds. Old wounds hold your energy hostage. Let it go, man. Let it go. If it no longer serves you, even if it's a picture of somebody, let it go. Let go of what no longer serves you. Make space for healing. Release past wounds. Old wounds hold your energy hostage. You can't thrive in this world if your energy is in the negative. It needs to be in the positive. Meditations, taking in belly breathing exercises, going for walks in nature. When you get home from work, if you need that 30 minutes, like I told you, to meditate, to ground yourself, try to align your chakras, sit outside on a mat, on a yoga mat, and just do some breathing exercises. Let it go. Let it go. The pain, the healing, you don't need to think about it anymore. You need to heal. And I'm not saying you need to forgive, but you need to move on. Learn from the things and the circumstances and the people and the situations that hurt you. You need to let it go, take some breaths, learn from what happened, make sure you have healthy boundaries, and move on with positivity, a new outlook, a new future, a new way of living, a new way to be loved, to fall in love, to find love, to love your family, to love your children, to love people around you, to be in your spiritual realm or gifts, or be on the weekend with your families in church if that's what you do, or go to Sabbath if that's what you do, or if meditate to music and align your chakras, or pray, or even if you um, just lay down in bed and close your eyes and enjoy the silence, or listen to ambient music or Celtic music. Ground your body. Your organs will love you. Your mind will love you. Your body needs to relax. Release the past wounds. Old wounds hold your energy hostage. Let go what no longer serves you. Make space for healing. I'm leaving that here. I'm just going to put this here. I'm telling you, you need to let that go. This card is an incredible blessing. And I shuffled the deck in front of you. Um, this is a wow. Have to get down there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut that light off or stay hovered over it for a little while so all of you can see it. But I'm telling you, work on here because I'm gonna put this like this. I think I want everybody to be able to see their cards so they can take notes. I actually keep a tarot journal because when I'm meditating, sometimes I will actually pull and I will just be like, oh, I know my spirit guides are listening to me today because the cards fly out like they're just sitting in front of me having a conversation. I swear. I swear it's like, okay, gods and goddesses, I hear you. I know you're there, Grandma. I know you're there. I know you're there, Aunt Mary. I do. I hear you. I really do. Now we're going to get going with my angel number cards. And again, sorry for the computer. I have my research up and my charts up. I can, if you'd like me to, you can leave me a message or send me an email at danuscelticworld@gmail.com. That's a Google email that I have. And you can send me an email message or leave me messages below and let me know if you'd like for me to put a link where you can bring up, you know, I have a link where you can pick an app that I purchased that you can pick a card for a day. Some people like that. Too many cards. Perfect. Okay. Perfecto. Perfecto. Okay. Oh, this card just fell out. I'm taking it. Just fell on my lap. Okay. 1616. Our angel card number for today. Oh boy. And I'm telling you, the guys are here today. Look at this. 1616, angel number. Readjustments. Overcoming obstacles. Soulmates. Romance, affection, support, and comfort. 1616 is our angel number. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Together, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, this camera just loves. Okay. Okay. 1616. Your level of self control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into pieces. Okay. 1616. Readjustments. Okay. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of a beginning of a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to, oh, places. No, I'm sorry, places. Everything will fall into places. Why did they say, oh, fall into pieces? I was right the first time. It's the light that's glaring on me here. So I got a light over here. Again, 1616, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Readjustments. Your level of self control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin a life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. Listen, you have an opportunity here, a great opportunity here, everyone. You have a great opportunity here, a great opportunity here to find somebody fabulous, fabulous, as Fergie would say, fabulous, as Fergie would say. I mean, I'm just being cute, but you have an opportunity to find a fantastic person that can turn out to be your best friend, your significant other, your twin flame, your soulmate. Make readjustments, work with one another. You have the opportunity. You've got the Six of Wands moving forward, achievement, you know, moving forward, ambition, victory. You've got to let go of the past, let go of hoarding the money, let go of terrible, nonsensical arguments and arguing over nothing. And if you release the past wounds, you'll be able to move forward with clarity, let go of what no longer serves you, and you will grow into something much better that's more healing for you and for your future. And then you can manifest what you've been wanting to manifest. You can manifest into your new future with justice. Manifest. Bring about what you want to bring into your life. Think about it. Make a list. Dream about it. Write a list. Put it down. Some sea salt down. Put some rosemary down. Put some cloves down. Okay? Put put a white candle down. Take a bay leaf. Write down some of the things that you want. Put the bay leaf with the few things that you have on your list, put it over the flame, and use your third eye to think about, bring about, and manifest the things that you want to come into your life. Once the fire's burned, you make sure it's put on a plate or something that is burnable, like maybe like a pan that or put it. You can even do it in the sink so that you don't hurt anybody, you don't start a fire, but put that in there and you will see, and not only that, it'll smell really good. But put it there and then take that until the candle burns all the way down to nothing. Let it cool off. Put it in a cloth, like a cheesecloth, tie it up, or put it in a little bottle, close it, and seal it closed. And then leave it there, manifest it, and the night of the full moon, place it under the full moon, which is coming up on April 1st. And then I want you to bury it in the ground. That's for foundation. You can put it in a stream and make sure it washes through its way, or you can put it in the air and let it see where it goes to, or you can put it in a fire and see what happens when it goes away, and then you take the ashes and save it and sprinkle it around. For me, I would probably take it, keep it in a jar, and leave it in the sunlight during the day, and at night put it in the moonlight at night, and then 30 days going forward from the full moon we have in Libra on April 1st. Take notes from that full moon, 30 days going forward, and forward from there, and see if your manifestation works. If you let go of these things that no longer serve you, if you stop hoarding, if you stop letting go of money or letting go of things that no longer serves you, it's not hoarding money. It's holding on to things that you just don't need anymore, whether it be extrinsic or intrinsic. And you don't need to be arguing about nonsensical stuff. This guy just came from a victory, overcoming things, overachieving things, achievement. He doesn't want to sit here. As the night here, in which everybody argue over stuff and then hoard over things that no longer serve them anymore. You need to release the past wounds and let go and move on to the future in order for you to be able to manifest through the four elements, through your manifestation, through what I've told you to do. Write down what you want, put a white candle down, burn it, save it, the ashes, and on the full moon night, you can even sprinkle the ashes around your room or sprinkle it around outside under the full moon. You want to manifest what you want that's going to bring you justice and bring you happiness, that's going to take you not just for justice, but it's going to bring you the kind of life you want to live, the kind of love you want to have. overcoming obstacles, making things right, beginning a new romantic or some other kind of relationship that can give you a chance to begin a new life into a new person from the one you were in the past, from the one you were in the past to the new person you want to be here in the beginning. Love it, love it, love it. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Okay. That's such a big kid. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there. There we go. I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna leave the cards here as I always do, so that you can take a look at them. You can take your notes. I'm gonna try to bring this down so that you can see the cards better. Bring the justice card over. Can you see that? What should I do with that light was? I think it's that light there. Okay. I hope that works. Hey, I'm gonna leave this on for all of you so that you can take a look and see what you have here. For the next day or two, I will be back with my Monday reading on March 30th, which is this coming March 30th, Monday, and we'll dive into the new week from Monday, March 30th to Saturday, April 4th. And that should be fantastic because this full moon is going to bring out so many wonderful things. April has so many wonderful, wonderful blessings coming to us. So many wonderful blessings coming to us. I cannot begin to tell you how many signs are going to be moving and growing and starting new beginnings and starting new jobs and starting new up opportunities and starting to get abundance like never before and wellness and well-being and life is going to change for many of you. I'm so excited and I'm so happy for so many of you. Okay. There's a justice card move over to us. I move it up, we see it better. A little bit maybe. Okay. Well, I hope this is all good for you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading today. I would like to let you know and inform everybody if you need to touch base with me, you can reach me at Dan News Celtic World at gmail.com. Again, Dan News Celtic World at gmail.com, or you may contact me and leave me a message through facebook.com/backslash Dan News Celtic Worlds, or go to Danu's Celtic Worlds and friend me and leave me a message. And we'd love to touch base with you and book a reading for you or with you, and also do your astrology breakdown for your own sign. For your own sign, as well as I can be reached at Instagram at Danu's Celtic Worlds # via Instagram as well. Again, I can be reached at danewscelticworlds at gmail.com. You can leave me a message and we can set up a time to, to do readings together. and work over your astrology chart if you should have any questions or you'd like to know anything about your future going forward. I can also be reached at www.facebook.com/Dan News Celtic Worlds, or you can friend me and send me a message via Facebook at Dan News Celtic World, and we can book a reading and do a Celtic cross reading with clarifiers, an oracle card, and an angel number card, as well as your astrology chart, and go over the astrology together for your future as well to book a reading. Or I can be reached via Instagram at Dan News Celtic World #, and you can reach me at Dan News Celtic Worlds. You can see my picture there. I have my hair highlighted, and you can send me a message there as well, or look over my postings at Facebook and Instagram, or look over my videos and my live streams at, through Facebook and Instagram, and book a reading with me there, a Celtic Cross reading with clarifiers, and we can go over what's going on for you for the next month, as well as look into your astrology and do a reading for you from there. With that said, it was such a pleasure to meet with all of you. I am going to be after the Tuesday. I will be also putting a link down below for everybody to join a club, not club, but um, like a astrology club. Yes, I want to kind of call it that, where we talk about the astrology and we talk about the changes that are going on for each of us through the month, and share with that and share our readings and our experiences, as well as share new astrology updates and tarot updates, or any newer tarot cards that are coming out, and discuss what's going on with the spiritual world and anything that's upcoming for any of the hinges in the wheel for those that are spiritual practitioners. Any new oracle cards or any new things that are coming out that we would like to share with each other as a group, as one. My fee is going to be very cheap, and that will give you access to all of my postings, my live updates, my astrology updates, my tarot card readings, my tarot card for the day, introducing and overlooking, and actually being somebody who actually, for Lewin, may go through and actually look through the tarot cards and see if they like to take surveys. So they every once in a while take a survey for Lewin, and they'll ask me what my opinion is of a new a tarot card deck or oracle deck, and I could share that with you. And then also, um, we can also discuss what is going on with our psychic mediumship, if some of you would like to share that, as well as anything else that's coming up new in the astrology, whether it's Vedic astrology or tropical astrology. Again, you can go to my posts that I post on a regular basis through Facebook and Instagram, and videos and live videos on both Instagram and Facebook.com, as well as me also setting up a group, Danu's Celtic Worlds. I'm gonna be naming it Our New World, and where we will share and ideas and all the things which I just talked about. But also, I'd like to also set up a page for all of us to be able to contribute and make sure that we all keep each other up to date with what's going on in the world as well, and support one another and be a support team for each other as well. With that said, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. It was a pleasure having all of you here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I had a great time tonight. I hope you had a great time. I love being here, and I love giving everybody the astrology and the tarot. So I will see you soon. Blessed be, someone to be. Bye-bye for now. See you on Monday. Have a great evening.